right, everyone. Thanks for jumping in. We got Alex, my friend. He created Real Grader. It's an amazing piece of software that you can put into play to tell you how your socials are doing, how Google is doing for you, and then tweak it and make it amazing. That's where it starts. They could do the whole thing for you, or you could just look at your score and cry like I did the first day after Alex showed me. So, Alex, welcome.
Thanks for having me.
I
How
can't
you
believe
doing?
I scored so low the first time, dude. You showed me, you're like, oh, you didn't do too well, Tristan.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's like 93% of real estate professionals
That was
are
great though. It was great. All right,
that's
so Alex, tell us a little bit about what this is and let's get right into it.
absolutely. So we put this together kind of with everything that's happening in the market, all the adjustments that are happening in the MLS systems, having to create your buyer presentation, how to show your value online. I kind of wanted to take everybody down memory lane a little bit, like me and you, Tristan, like we've been in this for a while with tech. And a lot of changes have happened. And I'm inviting everybody to kind of lean into this one because as we take you down memory lane, every time there was some major event in the real estate industry, those that leaned in actually produced amazing results, right? So what we're dealing with right now is mandatory buyer agreements. People are going to have to look you up online. So now more than ever, they're going to actually search and evaluate the real estate agent and make their choice. And I'll kind of walk you through what this looks like and how I think we can help you all navigate this new industry change.
I
So let
love
me
it.
share my
Yeah, I think
screen
it's
for
definitely
this.
a world of attraction now. So
Exactly.
very good.
So can you see my screen right now?
Have you Googled yourself lately?
That's the big question for everybody is
Hmm.
like, think about it. We're in this new norm where somebody's going to have to sign an agreement with you when they barely even know you. So if you think they're not going to Google you, you got another thing coming. Of
Yeah.
course they're going to Google you. Like I don't even go to a restaurant without Googling it. I don't even buy, I'll ask you, Tristan, do you buy products on Amazon that have less than 20 reviews?
No, I don't even know. And if it does, I've got to make sure that I understand the product really well. I'm like, what is this exactly? Why does it only have two reviews?
Exactly. That's the world we live in. Like we judge products and people based on the number of reviews they have. So the question is they're gonna sign a buyer agreement with you and then they're gonna look you up really quick before they go shop for homes. Right? Maybe they found you online, maybe you met them at Starbucks, maybe you met them at an open house, but now they're gonna really check you out before they do business with you because they have to sign an agreement, right?
Hmm.
So I take it back. Like this is my mom. She was in real estate 23 years ago. I got in the business with her. Her name's Adriana. Terrific with people, terrible with technology. So that's why she leaned on me to do her tech stuff back then. And I remember when my mom was the queen of like Long Island real estate, like she had the book and you had to go through her to get access to the homes, to get in the homes, to see the properties. Right. And I don't know if anybody remembers this, but like, well, let me take it forward here. This was the book.
Dude, I
Like,
just posted that into Lab Codes. It got a lot of
nice.
love.
Yeah. So back in the day, my mom had a book, and that's how you got to see properties. There was no online, there was no MLS system. So, I mean, we're
Mhm.
freaking out over something that actually never existed before, right? And I get it, we're freaking out over it. It's fine. But, look at like the navigating the industry changes. We've navigated so much. We navigated the birth of the internet, right? Portals came on the scene, COVID came on the scene. We were able to navigate all of that. And through all of that, those that leaned in did extremely well, right? Those that leaned into the internet and did search engine optimization, they crushed it. Those that leaned into the portals and got really good with the portals, they crushed it. Those that leaned in during COVID and got resourceful, right, and built their marketing online and started working with people offline, they crushed it when COVID was over, right? Now
Mm.
we're moving to the era of, I believe, the trusted real estate professional,
Yep.
right? So 1998, this book exists. My mom's doing real estate like this. Then the internet comes on the scene. My mom doesn't know what to do, so she hires me, right? Genius, like leverage,
Of course. I love that.
right?
But look, it turned out well.
It turned out well for everybody, right?
Yeah, dude.
So then 1998, Realtor.com comes on the scene. So now there's like lead generation. And I know you were huge on Realtor.com and lead generation back in the day, right? You leaned in big time on lead gen, right?
Massive.
How did that work out for you?
Amazing. It launched not only realtor.com everywhere with their product, but it launched me into everything.
Bingo. Right? So that, but a lot of agents were frustrated. They're like, oh my God, lead generation, SEO, what is all this craziness? I just want to do real estate the old school way. Right? But those that leaned in crushed it. Then Google comes on the scene. And now we can Google agents and we can Google stuff. And what? It's been on the scene for over 24 years now, right? But it keeps evolving, right? SEO was the first game that we all played, like tried to be that realtor that was on the top of page one. And then I built a real estate company back then that did SEO back in the year 2000. And I still have agents that are on page one of Google, right? So, but you can't compete the way you used to be able to compete because guess who's on the top? Zillow. Who's on the top? Realtor.com. Who's on the top? Homes.com. Or the national companies are on the top like Redfin, right? So as a local realtor, that was the game to play back then. Maybe now it's a more expensive game to play, right?
Yeah.
Then lead generation, we spoke about that. 2004, you got Facebook, right? That comes on the scene.
Okay.
Then you got all these portals that came on the scene,
Dude, I felt like
right?
it happened all at once.
Right? It did. It literally, they all blossomed like boom, 2004 to 2006. And then Zillow was launched in 2006. And that's when like really lead gen game became a big deal, right? I built this company called submityourlistings.com because I'm like, I'll syndicate to all the portals, but I was a baby at the time, so I didn't have money to make this thing boom. But we were one of the first companies to do listing syndication. Then came List Hub that got bought by Realtor and Move.com and all that, right? 2010, you got Instagram. 2010, you got Facebook groups. Guess who leaned in on Facebook groups? My boy Tristan. He's
Me, a
like
little bit.
Facebook groups, you
Just a
know?
little bit.
Just a little bit. So 2014, Lab Code Agents comes on the scene. Now it's one of the largest Facebook groups,
Yep.
right? And I'm sharing this with all of you because you want to look for the opportunity in everything. Every challenge presents an opportunity, right? So there's a huge opportunity that at the end of this training, I'm going to show you massive opportunity for you all to build your credibility online. And 93% of agents are not doing it yet. So you could literally get ahead of your competition like in a week. I'm not even kidding. Like in a week, you could get ahead of your competition. 2014, all the socials get launched. I'm like, oh, I got to help realtors with social media. I launched a company called GetSocialBranding.com. That one was pretty cool. We helped a lot of realtors, get their socials going. 2020, Tristan's launching like a million different companies. He's all over the map. He's at EXP. He's got the Brilliant Tribe. And why I'm sharing this is like, this is when I think you and I both started leaning in on like helping realtors, right? Like, how do I provide as much value as possible to the industry? So I started doing stuff for free. I'm like, I'm going to do free education. You're still doing stuff for free education, and we have our businesses, right? But the idea is when we come from value, we attract business, right? And I don't see that a lot in the real estate industry. I see more of a transaction-based industry. And I think if everybody wants to start making that shift towards trusted professional and trusted resource, that's the name of the game going forward. How do you become the trusted resource in your local community? Like Tristan and I are the trusted resources in the real estate industry. How do you as an agent become the trusted resource in your community for local market data, for industry knowledge, for what's happening in the industry, for what's happening with the settlement? Like if you can properly educate your customers on what's happening, they are going to trust you, right? But you got to understand it first. And for some, this is very complex, right?
Yeah, it is. Because they don't know where to start, man. That's why.
Totally. So I just want to share like 2020, Google Local Service comes on the scene, but that's been in the industry for a while for other industries. And that's when reputation really became a big deal. And those that seized local service ads, how many people on this call put it in the chat if you know about LSAs, local service ads? This is when Google started creating a list of the agents that had the most reviews, right? And that was above the organic, like local map stuff and the Google Pack 3, all the 3-pack and all that. But here's the deal. Now, more than ever, they're going to search and evaluate the real estate agent. And the biggest mistake that I see is that you don't all have a strong reputation online, right? Some realtors do, but majority don't. And what I see also is this shift from property centric to realtor centric. It used to be, let's go online, find the property, and then find a realtor to open the door for me. Now it's going to be find the realtor who's going to find the properties and they're going to open the doors for me. Why? Because there's an agreement in place. Like the way I see it, this changes the whole dynamic, right? We used to go online, find the properties, and then we'd find the realtor to get us in the door. Now we're going to have to do an agreement with the broker agent before we go shop for the properties. That actually puts the control back in the realtor. Right? Consumer would go online, search, and then say, oh, now let me find a realtor who's going to get me in the door so I can place my offer.
It's very similar to how Zillow does it, by the way. You know, Zillow, Realtor.com, Homes.com, Redfin. But I think what you're about to show us shows that even they, I think, are missing a big opportunity, and that's where we come in with socials.
Yep. Socials and reputation, right?
Yep.
So 2024, what I say to everybody in the industry is you're going to have to lean in to the concept of trusted real estate professional, trusted resource, right? I think this is the era of that. And I think if there is a shrinkage of the number of agents, obviously it's going to lean towards those that are more trusted and those that are more professional.
Yeah.
Right. So if we look at that, let's look at some of the sites that exist. Realtor.com, they're branding themselves as the #1 site real estate professionals trust. Okay. And what did they change recently? They added the ability to search for a professional based on designations, based on reviews, and based on recommendations. That's a little hidden piece of the puzzle that I think a lot of people are missing the boat on. And I'm going to show you why that's so important. Zillow's saying a great agent makes all the difference. They've got their agent search, but it doesn't have a search by reviews, recommendations, or designations. Right? So it's more of like a general search. NAR is saying, hey, there's a lot of ways you got to show your value now.
I remember that document recently, yeah.
And now we've got signed agreements with buyers, right? So let's say I meet somebody at Starbucks and they're like, I want to go see some homes. Great. I'm going to have to pass this document in front of you for you to sign. And I'm going to go, well, hold on a second. Let me just make sure like you're the right fit for me. Do you mind if I do a little of my due diligence and I go on Google and check you out real quick? Right? They might even go in the bathroom to do it. Who knows? Right? Like they're going to step out of Starbucks and be like, let me Google this guy real quick.
Dude, chances are pretty high they're doing it if they're interested and ready. They're doing it as they're talking to you.
Bingo, exactly. Or you meet them at an open house, right? You meet them at an open house and you're saying, hey, you want to go shop for homes? I'm going to have to pass this buyer agreement in front of you. They're going to Google you, right? So like, no matter what you say, like they're going to Google you. You're probably Googling me. You're like, who the hell's this guy, Alex Montalenti? Let me check him out and see if he's for real, right? Who's this guy, Tristan? Let me check him out and see if he's for real. Like, that's just the world we live in right now. Like, you got to just lean into that and say, hey, that's just the way it goes now, right? Even Tom Ferry says your business is whatever Google says it is, right? Everybody's saying this. The thing is, when I look at realtors online, and I mean, if I tell you about some of the audits I do, Tristan, I do audits for major brokerages. I do audits for like 1,000 office operations. I do audits for like 90,000 agents. I've seen everything. And I mean, there's a lot of mistakes out there, right?
Yeah.
Inconsistent social media, lack of branding. People are advertising the wrong brand. Like a brand they worked 10 years ago, they're still advertising it. As a broker, as a manager, as a top producing agent, right? Broken links and outdated information, inappropriate or negative content, missing profiles or duplicate profiles. Data is not synchronized. Like these are the biggest mistakes we see. But the biggest mistake I see where you're missing, where we're all missing the boat, we don't have enough reviews.
I love that picture of you, dude. That was good.
You like that one?
That was good.
That's my sad face. Listen, you don't have enough reviews. And here's the opportunity. You go to realtor.com. And why do I keep bringing up realtor.com is because they're the ones that have that search capability right now. So imagine I search for a couple properties on realtor.com and then I'm like, let me go find a realtor in that local area to show me these properties. And I go on realtor.com's new agent search, right? And I search by certifications and designations, or I search by local area. Well, I did a search for Miami Beach. I live in Miami Beach. I'm renting right now. I'm a consumer. I want to buy, right? I want to buy a nice, $1 million condo on the beach. That'd be amazing, right? So I go on realtor.com and I search, show me all the realtors that have the highest rating and serve the 1 million to 7 million market. Guess what I got? 0 results. So literally, and I challenge any realtor in Miami, the first realtor to have serve the price range of 1 million to 7 million and have 1 review and at least 10 recommendations, which you can copy and paste from any platform, by the way, would literally be the only realtor to show here.
Wow, man.
So I challenge you all to check your local market on realtor.com. There's an opportunity for you to be the top rated agent in your local market right now. Watch how like crazy this is. If I search Miami Beach, there's 60,000 agents serving Miami Beach, but only 5,825 show up on the list. That's because you don't have the service area, Miami Beach, in your profile. So if you're not showing up on the list for your local area, you don't have that service area in your profile. That's mistake number 1. Number 2 is if I search for who has a 5-star rating, and by the way, if I was a consumer, would I ever search for an agent that has 1 star? Like, I'd have to be crazy, right?
Yeah.
Like, I'm always going to search for the agent that has 5 stars. So there's a drop down here that says 1 star or more, 2 star or more, 3 star or more, 4 or 5 star. Of course, I'm going to pick 5 star. But only 1,700 agents have at least 1 5-star review in Miami out of 60,000. Then I go, show me who's got 10 recommendations or more. Only 139 agents. Then I go, show me the ones that are in my price range, 500K to 2 million. Only 1 showed up, right? Happens to be our client. He's got 5 stars and 14 recommendations. So notice it does not take much to actually get top rated on realtor.com right now. There's an opportunity. There's a window, right? Until everybody wakes up to this.
Yeah.
So reviews need to be done by your customers, but recommendations can be done through the realtor.com dashboard. If you ever got a text message review, an emailed review, you got a review on another platform, you can literally go copy and paste it and put it into recommendations.
Dude, I missed that last time you showed this to me before and I missed that piece. Thank you.
Yeah. It's such an easy piece for everybody. Like instantly you build credibility on realtor.com.
Yeah.
So I've had clients in 1 week go in here and add like 25, 30 recommendations and get that 1 5-star. And now they're showing on the top for their local area. Right?
Yep.
So then, you could do marketing like this, like, hey, I'm a top rated agent for Miami Beach luxury, according to realtor.com. Right? Now, let me ask everybody another question. If I was to pick between these 2 realtors, Lori Lynn that has 53 5-star reviews, or Susan Weiss, who's a made-up realtor and has no reviews, which realtor am I going to pick?
Well, dude, come on. You
It's
know it.
right.
The
But
one
this
that
is literally
record.
this is literally what's happening on a daily basis out in the market. Right? People are Googling 2 realtors and they're going, which one has more reviews? And then they're potentially making a choice on that. Now, the nice thing is when you have 53 reviews, you actually show up in the 3-pack for certain local areas. Like Lori's on the top for Brunswick, Georgia realtors, right? That's how easy it was to get there. But everybody thinks it's so difficult to get Google reviews. But here's Monica Code. She got 27 new reviews in 3 weeks. She didn't do 27 transactions in 3 weeks. She got 27 new reviews. So what everybody needs to understand is that Google, you can get reviews pretty much from anybody, not just from transactions. Right? You got to be careful not to get blocked. Don't go too crazy here. But here's the deal. 9 out of 10 people read reviews before doing business with anyone or buying a product or service. 88% of consumers trust online reviews as much as personal recommendations. In fact, I would say that people trust Google more than they trust family nowadays. Right? Like I tell my mom, hey mom, check out this restaurant. She might trust me, but she's going to Google it anyway. And then based on like the dollar signs in the review, she's going to make a choice, right? 93% made decisions to buy or work with someone based upon online reviews. 73% of all reviews are hosted on Google. That's crazy. Where are the most reviews being stored? It's on Google right now. And over 60% of consumers are likely to leave a review if you ask for one. So who do you ask? So here's a list. You could ask past clients. That's who we mostly think to ask. But you can also ask people that you've helped. If you become a trusted resource and that person says, thank you so much for that useful information, what can I do for you? You could say, well, I'm building my online presence. It'd be great if you could give me a 5-star Google review.
Yeah.
That's how Monica Code did it. Every time she provided value, she just asked, hey, if you'd be nice enough to give me a 5-star review, that'd make all the difference for me. Right?
True.
You can ask friends. You can ask Facebook friends. You can ask colleagues. You can ask your broker. If you're an agent, ask your broker to give you a review. They should endorse you. If you're an agent, ask your fellow agents to give you a review. They should endorse you too. They want to help you grow. Your mortgage brokers, your title agents, your insurance brokers, your lawyer, your partners, your vendors, your contractors. And if asking doesn't work, then come from contribution and give a review to them, and maybe they'll return the favor.
Very true. Very
right?
true. Good point.
So there's so many like options and opportunities here to get reviews. And yet majority of the realtors that I Google have 5 reviews or less. Isn't that crazy? And some don't even have a Google business page.
It's because we don't know where, again, we don't know where to start, right? There's no real
Bingo.
That's the tough part for us.
So that's one of the places where we help, right? We've built over 25,000 Google business pages for realtors. We can help you get started. We can give you trainings. I've got guidebooks, whatever it is. I mean, even you, Tristan, you have a great guidebook on how to build a Google business page.
True.
It's
true.
all available. YouTube's available, but it's very important that everybody has one and starts leaning in on online reputation. Okay. There's a lot of ways you can ask for reviews. You can ask in person, maybe with a QR code, or you can text them the link. You can ask by email. I don't think that's as effective. I find text messages way more effective. You can ask on social media. I like asking on social media because you know they're there. They're actually online.
That's
So
the
if you
best.
catch them on Facebook and you Facebook message them and say, hey, would you mind giving me a 5-star review? Chances are they're online. They could just click the link and get it done. Versus if I text you, you might be driving and you're not going to pull over to give me a 5-star review. And then your day proceeds and you forgot about it. You know what I mean?
True. Yeah, very true.
You can ask on Facebook Messenger. I think that one is gold. When I've done it on Facebook Messenger, I get instant gratification. Right?
True. Very good point, buddy. Very good
You
point.
can ask with video. You can make a cute little video on your phone and text message it with the video and say, thank you so much for, working with me, trusting me and all of that. I just wanted to send you this short little video. If you could take the time to give me like a 5-star review on Google, it would make all the difference. I'm trying to build my reputation. I want to serve more clients like you. I want to help more consumers. I want to provide value, right? Make it really heartfelt. And then people are going to say, you know what? I want to help you out because you want to help other people out.
I think that's where it needs to start, man. And you've outlined it so well. And if we don't follow that, we could just hire you to do this.
Thanks, man. Yeah. So, I mean, for all of you watching, like, let's set a goal. Set a goal for yourself. I find that when you at least subconsciously set a goal, you move towards that goal. You progressively realize it. So, like, if you want to take a stab, whoever's watching right now in the chat, online, put a goal for yourself out there in the world and say, I'm going to get 25 reviews by this date. Right? And I find that 25 is like a magic milestone. If you have at least 25 reviews, you're going to start to show up on the maps. Now, if you're somebody who's got 100 and now you're shooting for like a couple hundred or 1,000, there's people that have 1,200 reviews, like our buddy Gary Ashton. He's got 1,200 reviews on Google, right?
That's on a whole nother level, dude.
Whole
That's
other
crazy.
level. Yeah.
Hold on, I've got some questions.
Yeah, go for it.
What's up, Simon? Is there a cost to have a realtor profile on realtor.com?
Absolutely free.
Boom, easy.
It's free. It gives you leads. You can have your video on there. You can have your bio on there, all of that.
How about, I got another question. How about Google? How do we go about setting up that?
Google is free as well. It just takes time, right? Like it takes 2 to 3 weeks to get verified. You got to submit some online forms and things like that. Sometimes you got to show your driver's license. But once you get approved, you're set. It is a free profile.
Love that. I love that. All right. And then what about this is not here, it's somewhere else. Not
Yeah.
in the we're getting, it's hard to set up a Google business profile. Do people still send out, does Google still send out that postcard to your office and you have to wait for that?
Yeah, it varies a lot. They're a little more intense now on verifying, especially if there's multiple agents in the same physical location. But whether you're virtual or not, it's all doable. So you just have to follow whatever process is assigned to you from Google. Sometimes they let you just create it right away. Sometimes they send the postcard verification. Sometimes they require a video of the outside of the location, your driver's license. They got all different requests now. We've seen it all, but it varies. It's really case by case.
I like that. Just fielding the questions. Got it. All right. How do we get more Google reviews?
Yeah, so I made it easy for you all. I put together a 30-minute training that I gave to all my clients, provided free to all of you. It's just like a video. You can watch it. I'll also give you all a free digital card. So all you got to do is text the word Google to this phone number. It'll ask you for your basic information. It'll ask you for your birthday, so we can send you a happy birthday. And then next thing you know, it'll auto respond with a link to go create your free digital card, which is a great way to get reviews. And it'll give you a free 30-minute Google training, exactly what I taught my agents on how to get instant reviews on Google and Realtor and all that.
I like it. Well, dude, I'm going to text this right now, see what I get. Does it come instantly? I
Yeah,
don't think
instantly.
this. Hold on. 516-400-4161. And then text Google. Google. No spaces.
No spaces. Yep.
I know, because sometimes I get people when I set up a text, they're like, it didn't work. I'm like, you didn't do it right. Oh, here it is. Hey there, it's Real Grader. We've got your message. Click the link and add yourself to our contacts. Thanks for being awesome. Thank you. Thanks. I
You
like
got
this.
it.
All right, let's see. Oh, got it. So I'll fill in my name
Yep.
and put my email. Accept it. City. Oh, you need my city. We'll put Malibu. 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 We'll try again. Malibu. There it is. And then accept. Boom. All
And
right.
then it should auto respond with the links to the training and the Instacart.
I like it.
Did you get it?
It says it's coming. It wants you to add, it wants me to add you. There it is. I got it. You're all set. Thanks. Here's the message. Click on the link for the free Google thing. And there it is. It's a 38-minute video Google review training. Boom.
There you go.
I like it.
One or
Very
two steps and then you're there.
good job. I like this. Good job on that setup. Now I'm inside your world.
Exactly.
Let me add this, create new contact, Real Grader. All right, man, I like this. Let's do another part to this. I'd love to dig into just the social aspects and cleaning those up. So the profiles and making those look smooth, because I think that's where we
Yeah,
lose people. What do you think?
absolutely.
Good?
Yeah. I mean, if you look at Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube, those three have branding. I call that your digital billboard. And we can talk about how to create those and how to post those. And we can talk about all the mistakes that I see within the social stack, like cross-linking between all these platforms, putting your bio, the calls to action. A lot of times we see Facebook pages that have WhatsApp linked, and like
Yep.
we know that that agent's not doing WhatsApp, like they're not in another country or something. There's all kinds of stuff out there.
I like it.
But yeah, we can do that as a follow-up. Hit all
We
the
got
socials.
a few people I know here, so wanted to say hi to Deborah, Dylan, Gwen, Jody, Lori, Lisa. What's up, guys? Thanks for jumping in, and Nancy, and obviously Simon. Thanks for jumping in, guys.
Yeah,
And
let's
if
hear from the people. What's your
yep,
biggest takeaway for those listening in on the chat? Let
yeah,
us know. And
as you watch this, what do you guys think? I know it's a clear opportunity as far as jumping in on Google and having a bigger presence to attract people. But what was your takeaway, guys? And did you text? Did you text Alex to get this whole breakdown? Let's see what they say. And if they don't say anything, Alex, don't worry. I texted you. You should have gotten that one. I'm in. I can't believe I wasn't into your world there before.
yeah,
So, very good. Very good. Text Google. There you go. Thank you, buddy. And then I'll put that one up. Actually, which slide would describe what we went over the best? So I can post this onto Lab Coats too.
I'll share this slide here. I would say this, no?
Yeah, let me grab that one. Jody says, I will Google myself and have a goal of 25 reviews, and she'll also text you. Let me
Boom.
move my screen over and get this. All right, let me grab this. Hold on. Okay, hold on. Now it moved. Give me a second.
All right, is that good?
Yeah, let me grab this and I will use this, and perfect. I'm gonna save this. I'll post it up to Lab Coats, LCA, Real Grader. And then you post it into the chat, the phone number. Good, good. Grab that. And Nancy says, I'll text after the webinar ends. I have not used social media, but must start soon. Nancy, great time to start. Great time to shift your business to be more attracting, right? And less chasing. Perfect world that we're in to do that. So thank you, Alex. Appreciate you for jumping in, man. Thanks for doing
Yeah.
this.
One last thing, if they want to go get an audit, they can go to realgraderaudit.com, and that gets them a free audit of their online presence.
Real Greater
Audit.com.
Audit.com. There you go, guys. Grab that before we go. Simon, thanks for being in. Nancy, thanks. Appreciate you guys. Thanks, Alex.